to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and my locker room, a youth movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw and the intern Andrew Leeds on a beautiful Sunday morning here at the Jersey Shore. And what a great day, man. We got the Phillies who actually, the bats opened up and they came out swinging last night, got a big win. And good morning, Andrew Leeds, the intern Andrew Leeds.
Good morning, Billy. Good morning. How are we doing today?
All right, man. You know, get out of bed and the sun's shining. It's a beautiful day. You know, the Phils win last night. We'll talk about a lot about that. But, yeah, man.
Yeah, the bats came alive. And how about Tyler Phillips going the full
man.
9 innings, man? No runs allowed. I mean, everything's firing on all cylinders right now. It's great.
There he is over there, Nicky Earnshaw.
Billy Schwein, what's going on?
Before we say anything to you, we're going to say, happy birthday, Nick Earnshaw. Was it on Friday?
It was Friday. Friday night.
But the only thing is, Andrew, he guy celebrates his birthday sitting in the nosebleeds.
Hey, I mean, what's better than sitting in the nosebleeds?
Not on your birthday.
Oh, no, that's where I got to go. That's where I got to go, Billy. I'm always in the nosebleeds. That's a spot to be with the people.
Well, Nick, I'm a little disappointed in you.
Why?
I got to tell you. Well, because you were on the Sports Bash the other day, and you were talking about, you sit in the nosebleeds. When I take you to sporting events, I take you in a sixth row.
You did. You took.
I don't take you to cheap seats.
You don't.
I put you in a sixth row. You're like Bob Uecker.
Yes, it was a great time. It's very much appreciated. But listen, I feel at home in the nosebleeds, Billy.
Wow.
That's where the real fans are.
I will
in
say
the
that.
bleeds.
So where exactly were you on Friday night?
I was second deck left field.
Okay.
Could you see the game from up
Oh,
there?
I could see the awful umpiring too. I could see that from
Don't get me
left
started.
field.
We talked about that yesterday, and I got to tell you, like, I don't want to see. I don't know how you guys feel. I don't want to see automated strike
I do.
zone.
Bring
I
them
know
in.
because
I get it.
I get it too, Andrew. And
Yeah,
I know
but
there's something to be said for getting it right.
Yeah.
But you're taking out the human element. Why can't we get umpires and
I'm
referees
done, Billy.
that do a good job?
I'm done.
The guys read I guess from his vantage point out in the nosebleeds, you could see it was a bad call.
Yeah, it was bad. There were some bad missed calls in that game. I mean, Angel Hernandez, he lost his job recently this year. Essentially, he retired. Wink, wink. They basically forced him out. Yeah, I'm with the robot umpiring. I think that needs to happen. I think you got to bring in the computers. I'm with it. Like, you can have an umpire still standing there and then kind of feed him the strike calls or where the strike zone is. Kind of like tennis, how they figure it out. They use that system a little bit. Why not bring that to baseball? Because I'm so done. I can't take it anymore. And the bad calls, Billy. Can't take it.
I don't hate that idea that you just brought up. Part of me does. I don't want to see like a robot. I like seeing the umpire behind the plate.
Right?
It brings that kind of like.
You can leave him there.
I'm not one of the
he's probably going to stay there.
He's
but
not making the decisions.
And I'm not one of like the true baseball traditionalists who everything has to stay the same. Like, I'm cool with changing things up if it makes sense, and it does make sense. But it is just, I still want to see an umpire there.
It's
Maybe
fine.
kind of like almost like soccer has like a VAR system where like it updates you like, hey dude, you really messed up that call. Like, give you a little buzz
or at least maybe have some type of apparatus tied to his belt.
Yes.
When he gets it wrong, like buzz him.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
tap him and say you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you're really wrong.
Yeah,
like a dog when he goes outside the perimeter.
Yeah,
maybe that'll make him tighten up a little bit.
All right, we got a great show lined up today, as always. Every Sunday throughout the baseball season, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by Blitz's Market in Ocean City. They're located at 21st and Asbury Ave. And, of course, every Saturday and Sunday on the way in the summer, I stop by Blitz's Market. I go see Joan and Dave Newman. And right here, guys, we got our 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. You get down to Blitz's. You mentioned the locker room. You get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Let's go.
I'm having some right now, Billy. I already opened mine before all you guys.
I tried to be good and wait until the
good.
show started. I wanted to rip open.
I had to rip it open.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's so
Fantastic.
good.
I was running a little late, so I couldn't get the breakfast sandwich.
That's
Ah,
okay,
that's all
Billy.
right.
It's okay.
But, I'll tell you what, we had a great time. Tommy came down Thursday. He was signing autographs at Blitz's. It was a cloudy, kind of rainy day. That being said, though, we had a good turnout, and Tommy, he's so gracious with all the peeps, signing, talking baseball, signing autographs and baseballs, talking to the peeps, talking about his no-hitter, people asking him all kind of questions, and we had a lot of fun. And we got Tommy to sign a couple baseballs and a couple cards with all his stats, and we're going to give away that today. The intern's holding it up. We're on the X platform today, right, Nick?
Yes, we are.
And
YouTube
we're also
and
on
X.
the YouTube.
Yep. X
So
and
you can look
YouTube.
at the card that Andrew's holding up and the baseball that Nick's holding up. We're going to give it away today, Nick. And what is the question?
So our question of the day to win the Tommy Greene signed baseball and signed picture is, who is the best GM in Philadelphia? You got to text in your name, also your phone number as well, and let us know who's the best GM in Philadelphia and why. The best answer, we will give away the prize.
And why? 609-403-0973 is the text board. 609-403-0973. And the reason why is Dave Dombrowski pulls off another one last night, Nick, and I got to give you credit.
Yes. So
You've been saying this.
I have.
Right, Andrew? He's been calling for this guy.
Carlos Estevez has been one of the best closers in baseball this year. He has been fantastic. Has 20 saves on the year. He also is on a scoreless streak right now. 18 innings straight of not allowing a run. Has allowed, I believe, like 5 base runners in that span. He's been fantastic. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago on a possibility for the Phillies to bring him in. He's been amazing. He was an all-star last year.
20 for 23 in save opportunities.
He's been great. He's a guy you need in high-leverage situations, and they went out and got him. Now, I don't want to hear the complaining about giving up prospects. I am a prospect guy. This was a good deal for the Phillies. Stop complaining about a guy in single A and lower. Like, who cares?
Like the guys that he gave away, I see if I didn't recognize their names, so that means they're at least 4 years away.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the guys is a fringe top 100 prospect in the league.
A
fringe top 100 guy. I mean, they didn't give up. They didn't give up Painter. They didn't give up Miller. They didn't give up Abel. They gave up Crawford. If they give one of those guys, I would understand the ire about doing it, but they gave up 2 guys who, probably
we want to win now, though. In turn, we want to win right now.
Yes.
Exactly. Win now. You got to make a move to get somebody. You got to give something up to get something. I think they gave a reasonable amount.
Listen, George Klassen, nasty stuff. He's still in single A. Aldegari, he is in double A right now. These guys aren't going to help you within the next 2 years.
This guy's 6'6".
Come on.
I mean, I don't know it doesn't really say here how hard he throws, but he's a big dude, and that presence of having a 6'6" guy on the mound, it could be pretty intimidating. And look, he's held batters to his last 124 batters this season. He's held them to 169 batting average.
He's been fantastic. He is a guy. He's one of the top names on the market right now, and you're going to have to give up a lot to get some of these top relievers, the Tanner Scotts, the Estevezes of the world, all these guys. They're going to command some names. And the Phillies, you have to give up prospects. You're going to have to give up something to get something. You're trying to win a World Series right now. This guy will make an impact and help Rob Thompson in the back end of games to close them out.
So they get rid of Sir Anthony Dominguez goes, and he fills the spot with Estevez, and he brings in Hayes the other day for Baltimore.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he got a hit last night. He looked pretty good in those Phillies pinstripes.
What'd I tell you, Nick? I told you he was going to be playing left field.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I did see, because you called me. I didn't see the Dombrowski press conference. I was driving, and you're like, yeah, he's going to play left. I'm like, really? Because at first I'm thinking he'll probably platoon with Marsh,
which
left.
makes sense because Marsh is more of a center fielder than a left fielder, right?
Yeah.
And the thing that surprises me, though, is the fact that because Hayes is so good against lefties, and both Marsh and Rojas, Marsh struggles against lefties and Rojas struggles against everybody. But that's not what he's, there for. So it surprises me that they're automatically going to have one of those, either Rojas or Marsh, play against lefties every single night. But, at the end of the day, Hayes is a solid player. I mean, I don't mind him being in left field. I'm more surprised about it, though, than I would say I'm upset about it.
All right. And then in the second hour, we're going to talk a lot of Eagles football.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll dive into a little Olympics. I don't want to get too heavy into it because I really haven't been watching that much this early.
It just
started, but I maybe want to just talk to you about maybe what's your favorite Olympic sport to watch.
That
I
would
got
be
one
fun.
for you.
Talk to that because there's so many.
I have
I
to
got
think.
one.
Yeah, I'd have to think.
Do you think there are too many Olympics?
No.
I mean, there's so many. Now.
I was watching cross country equestrian this morning.
cross country.
See, like the reason I don't think there's too many is because there's something for everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
there's
true.
people for
there's-
cross country. What did you just say? What was it?
It was equestrian. It was cross country
they got
equestrian.
Wow.
ping
Didn't know it
pong,
existed till today.
Ping pong.
I love table tennis. I love
Table
it.
tennis.
All right, can I
Whatever
say
you
what my
call it.
favorite one is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Obscure.
Go ahead. I
Water
don't-
polo. Big
man.
water polo guy over here. I love watching water polo. It's a
Interesting.
fun sport to watch, Billy. Every time the Summer Olympics come around, I'm locked into water polo.
I'll have to think about mine. I'm not sure. I have a winter one, but I don't know if I have a summer one.
The one Olympics that sticks out in my memory, Summer Olympics, is the '76. Now, you guys obviously weren't around, but I remember there's a guy by the name of Jim Waddle. I'll look it up. I think he was a. I don't think he was. I forget what's the longest. The marathon is the longest, but what's the one under the marathon?
The
four-
decathlon.
No,
or I
the
don't know.
440. Well,
I'm a track guy, too. I should know this.
Guy was in last place and he came out of nowhere.
Oh, okay.
I'll look it
Little
up.
track history. I
Yeah.
should know this. I gotta be better here.
So we'll go Eagle. We'll go Phillies, Eagles, and little Olympics. We got it all covered for you today here in the locker room. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process. From contract signing to closing with the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. I want to tell you about Captain Chucky's in CI. You got to get down there. If you're having like a family gathering, you got to get like appetizers and everything for the porch. Try their famous crab cake, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano stuffed breads, pierogies from the Pierogi Kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. That's 609-905-CRAB. Or visit CaptainChuckyCL.com. Go down there and visit owners John and Kathy McCann. They're located at 4111 Landis Avenue in Seattle to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery is available. That's Captain Chucky's in Seattle. It's crab with an attitude. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more Phillies talk. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw, the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
This is a show and prove year, not just for Jalen Hurts, but for Nick Sirianni. Can you provide the leadership, the guidance, and the answers for your players when you hit that inevitable adversity? And 8 Ball says doubtful in my book. I haven't seen anything to show me that Nick Sirianni is going to be a championship-winning coach.
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how happy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan.
Their jaws are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shinier. And why they seem more youthful even as they age.
I'm veterinarian Dr. Marty Goldstein. I've helped countless dogs thrive with one simple concept. Your dog needs a high-meat diet similar to what their ancestors ate in the wild.
Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend using 50 years of nutritional research and experience, helping dogs make incredible turnarounds. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Krispies, their wild-caught, ultra-crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
You're listening to The Room with Billy Schwann. Free ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwann, my locker room youth movement, producer Nikki Earnshaw, intern Andrew Leeds on a beautiful Sunday. And the islands are packed.
Oh, yeah.
All the beach communities are packed.
Packed today.
A few weeks back, I think it was a little too hot. We were dealing with that heat wave. Now it's like cooling down a little, but still.
Water's
really
warming
nice.
up. I was at the Dutch Hoffmans on Friday night. Avalon won it. Next week we'll be broadcasting live at the Margate Memorials. Dan Adams, Tom McShane, Jack Brooks, and I will calling all the action 6 to 8 p.m. Friday night. Down there will be a big crowd on the beach. At the bottom of the hour, we'll be talking with Tommy Greene. Go on the mound. Hey, last night, Tyler Phillips ran 9 innings. Shutout baseball. That's amazing.
Yeah, only 26 years old, I believe. The first Phillies looking to do it from Zach Eflin in 2016. I mean, yeah, he's been great ever since he got called up. But both of his first 2 outings were great. But last night, he really just kind of took over. I mean, just a heck of a performance.
Is he for real? Do you think he's for real? You think pitchers second time around the league they get the book on them, they watch video, you know what I mean, like when the pitcher first gets into the league, they don't know him, you know what I mean,
saying, but it's already been, what was that, his 3rd start last night?
Ride the hot hand, Andrew. And the last 3 Phillies wins, Mr. Everything Josh Henning pointed this out to me, is that the last 3 Phillies wins are all games he has started.
Wow. He threw a first complete game shutout in his major league career. It's his first. It's the 4th shutout thrown by a Phillies pitcher this season. Christopher Sanchez did it on the 28th versus Miami. Phillips became the first Phillies rookie to throw a complete game shutout since Zach Eflin, July 22nd, 2016 at Pittsburgh. So, he's 3-0.
I mean, yeah, I'm not convinced that he's our next ace. I'm not gonna jump the gun and say this kid's gonna be like in our playoff rotation. No. But you got, like Nick said, you should ride the hot hand. Until he does get cracked. We saw it with Mercado last few weeks ago. His first start, he looked great, and then he hasn't been, second time around, third time around, he hasn't been able to sustain that success. But Tyler Phillips so far hasn't given me any reason to doubt him.
His ERA is 1.80.
Yeah.
Ride the hot hand. This is what they didn't do with Turnbull. They'll make the same mistake twice. Ride him as long as you possibly can until the end of the season. Taiwan Walker, take your time. Take your time, man. Don't come back right now. Tyler Phillips is pitching gems right now. We need this.
609-403-0973 is the text board. We're giving away an autographed baseball signed by Tommy Greene and his card. A nice card that Andrew's holding up on our X platform. You can see it there. And the baseball that's signed by him, 609-403-0973. Who's the best GM in Philly right now?
We got a couple texts, Billy.
609-403-0973.
All right. So Jeff in OC says, best GM in Philadelphia is Howie Roseman by far. To be sent to a closet by Chip Kelly and to rebound and win a Super Bowl and get another with two different coaches and QBs has never been done in Eagles history. And Howie, I trust.
I mean, it's a pretty good argument.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. Can you, Nick?
No.
But I mean,
I think the only argument you have is it's still tough because I think he's been great lately. But I mean, you talk about the being sent to the closet and winning the Super Bowl. I mean, what has he done for us lately? Is the main thing we're talking about right now.
Right.
And I'm not here to say Howie Roseman hasn't been good recently because he has. But like,
would you say the Eagles? I think the
that's-
Eagles are the gold standard for the NFL
I
lately.
agree.
I mean, they've been. If you look since 2001, they've got the second most wins I think in NFL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
top-
think something like
that.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm not here to trash on Howie Roseman. I think he
Right.
has been great in recent years, but I think bringing up the Super Bowl and all, that's a bit of old news. I feel like we're kind of bringing in to help the argument. I want to talk about who's the best right now, this year, this off seasons, these past.
But I think
year or
I
so.
think Howie Roseman did a great job this offseason, don't you?
He's
I
still
think the draft.
definitely- yeah.
I think the draft was great.
Yeah,
I mean, it still doesn't translate on the football field, but
yeah,
I think he did his job. Now it's up to the coaches and the players to deliver.
Yeah, he definitely is still a good answer, and obviously, it's hard to argue against it because
But
again,
see,
he
here's
brought
why
back CJ, brought in Saquon, all these great moves. But I mean, yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Look, Nick, I mean, look at Dombrowski. He just did things that everybody was saying, we need this, and he went out and did it.
He did. I think Dave Dombrowski is a Hall of Fame level executive. I mean, he's won almost everywhere he's gone, and the Phillies have been to a World Series under his watch. He's making moves here at this deadline that are helping him.
His MO was he always used to sell the farm to get what he didn't have to do that in this case.
No, he didn't. No. But here's the thing. I agree with Jeff. I think Howie Roseman's the best in the city right now. Yeah.
And listen, let's not discount what Daryl Morey has done.
Daryl Morey, hey, he stepped up. He was on the clock, and he made the right moves. I mean, as much as I wasn't in love with the idea of signing Paul George, the other moves he made helped this team get better. Bringing Eric Gordon, Andre Drummond, all these other names, bringing back Kelly Oubre. Those moves were fantastic. And then Danny Briere has been really, really good. And Keith Jones with the Flyers. So, I mean, we're very lucky
They just signed TK to an 8-year, the biggest contract. 70 mil, biggest contract in Flyers history to keep the nucleus of the Flyers together.
You can make an argument for each team's GM right now. Every team you can make an argument for. I would say it's still Howie Roseman.
You're going with Jeff then.
Yeah, I'm with Jeff on this one.
609-403-0973. We have a nice autographed baseball by Tommy Greene, and we have his card to go with it. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Who is the best GM in Philly right now?
And
609 and why? 609-403-0973. I gotta say, I'm impressed with all of them. Like, they're all doing their job.
Yes,
yeah,
that's the point. It's not like they're not just like nobody's saying that was a bad move. It's not going to work. Everybody's enthusiastic.
Yeah, like literally Dombrowski. The only thing I've been seeing are the people who's complaining, "Oh, he's depleting the farm." But again, he hasn't even given up our top prospects. He's given up guys who, 5 years from now they could pan out, but you never know. So that's the only thing with Dombrowski I've seen negative. Outside of that, that's why more with the Howie Roseman thing. I'm not even sure who my answer would be right now. I still got to think about it. And
you better know by the end of the show, Andrew.
I'll have an answer because Howie, it's hard. It is hard not to say Howie Roseman. I feel like that's like the default go-to, but I don't think it's like a lock as Jeff was saying. It's definitely
so
here. Make an argument for all four.
But here's another point. Like, if the GM does his job and the fans are happy with the effort that the GM makes, and then it doesn't translate into wins for whatever reason, the GM's off the hook, right?
I think, yes.
It does depend. Just say, like, Estevez, if he comes in, he doesn't perform. That's the fans are happy with who he brought in. Like Nick, you've been clamoring for this guy for how long now?
Yeah, I mean weeks. This was the right move to make. Now if he doesn't perform, it just didn't work out. Dombrowski did his job. He can't play for him. You know,
just like Nitwit.
Yeah, Nitwit. Right? That one just didn't pan out.
And that's another thing, Nick. I'm listening to Josh one day, and he says Nitwit and doesn't give me any credit for it. You know what he says to me? Oh, I got it from Nick. I said, where do you think Nick got it from?
It all comes back to the Schweiner.
It all comes back to the Schweiner. Yeah, listen, it's a great nickname. It was perfect for him. And then he got hurt in Atlanta.
And I don't wish him any ill will.
No.
You know.
He was a nitwit here. I mean, to say the least, he didn't perform up to expectations. Guy was an all-star last year and didn't work out.
We didn't want him to be a nitwit.
I didn't want him to be a nitwit. Matter of fact, once again, when Dave Dombrowski brought him in, I thought it was a great signing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody did.
On paper, great signing. I mean, he's been a really good player throughout his career, especially when he was with the Kansas City Royals, and it just did not work out. Sometimes that happens. So I'm not going to blame Dombrowski for that. If Estevez comes in and he doesn't perform, it is what it is. But he's been really good this year. He's the reigning June AL reliever of the month. Like, he's had a really good year. So you bring him in here and, you see what you got. So they can use him as a bona fide closer or just in high leverage situations, however they want to use him. So,
all right. The only negative thing that happened yesterday is they put Ranger Suarez on the injured list.
Yeah. You never love to see that.
You think it's serious, guys? Like it's just you just give him some rest. He's got a tightness in his back.
The thing that scares me,
back. They say lower back soreness.
Yeah, like it doesn't sound the most serious to me, but
it's retroactive to July 24th too. By the way.
Yeah, it just
so it looks like he's only going to miss 1 or 2 starts.
Yeah, no, he won't miss that much time. Hopefully, I mean, as long as this doesn't turn into a bigger injury. The only thing that does concern me about it is the fact that he was looking a little rougher his last few starts, and then now the injury comes out. He's on the IL. I'm a little concerned that, maybe he's more hurt than he had been letting on this whole time. But I don't know, man. I mean, I still think he can come back, obviously, come playoff time, put up some good games, but hopefully he can come back sooner.
To fill his spot, they got a left-handed pitcher named Colby Allard, so he'll fill his spot.
Yeah, he's going to pitch today.
Yeah. He has appeared in 16 games, 10 starts for Lehigh, 2-6 with a 5.23 ERA.
Yeah, going to be fascinating. I mean, they've had to go through a ton of pitchers, but guys have stepped up like Tyler Phillips. So they got to get other starting pitchers to step up from their minor league system.
By the way, Nicky Schwaber.
What's up?
Your boy had a good game yesterday.
He had a really good game. Had a fantastic game.
Nicky Schwaber.
I should have texted you yesterday, but
I was waiting to hear from you.
See, I don't need to text you anymore. It's already proven. Look, we already know. There's no need to text you.
What did I tell you? If he hits above 220, I'm happy.
Yes.
Did I tell you that?
You did.
All right. I'm leaving you alone.
You are.
Nicky Schwaber. All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, or real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Let me tell you about La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. You got to get down to La Scala's. It's the place to be this summer. It opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. This year, the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships are in Brigantine. It's going to be held right in front of La Scala's. It's going to be your after-party location. So get down to La Scala's. They got a great menu. Check it out at lascalasbeachhouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's the Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The train comfort specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for a military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan again and again. Call Lenigan again and again.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live for the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw and the intern Andrew Leeds. And, of course, we're talking Phillies baseball. And every Sunday throughout the baseball season, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, sponsored by Blitz's Market in Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the Locker Room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets, 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Go down there and say hello to Dave and Joe Newman. Now let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the Locker Room our good buddy, Tommy Greene. Good morning, Tita Greene.
Good morning, Billy.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging in there, man. Just want to say thanks to Blitz's the other day. Those sandwiches were awesome. The wraps I had were great.
I got to tell you, man, they do a great job down there. And Dave and Joe Newman are wonderful. They got a great staff, and we really appreciate them. And I tell you what, Tommy, we had a good time down there. It was great. You know, you talk to everybody, you take your time and talk baseball with people. That was fun to see you interact with those people.
Well, I mean, especially with the people who are sponsoring and paying the bills for you. That's always good. But I got to give a shout out to Mama down there. You know, she took care of it.
Mama Blitz, Kathy.
Mama Blitz, man, she was the best. Yeah. So, it's we had a good time. You know, the weather was a little iffy.
Yeah.
You know, but that was the only drawback. But it's always good spending some time with the people that make it happen.
Hey, Tommy, last night the Phillies got a big win, and they got a great pitching performance from Tyler Phillips. What did you think of his he threw a complete game shutout? That was pretty spectacular stuff out of the youngster.
Well, I tell you, ain't too much you can say about that. It's just, even my famous line is leave him alone. Don't let him talk about it. Just let him keep doing what he's doing. There's a lot of people can learn a lot of quality things from him. What he's doing. He's not striking out the world, but he fills up the zone, and he does it. It seems not to hurt himself too much. He trusts his stuff, and he keeps it down. He uses that sinker, man. He got some big double play balls yesterday, man. He's pitching. So which is a good thing to see, and it's what we need right now because we got a couple spots in the rotation that it's a little iffy right now. With Ranger being out now, and also he's stepping into that fifth spot and doing the job. And that's exactly what we needed.
Yeah, well, he threw 105 pitches, which was pretty good. He only struck out 4. But he only gave up 4 runs, which is really good stuff from the young guy from Bishop Eustace High School there in South Jersey. Great job from him. But, when you get contributions, Tommy, when you get contributions from guys that, coming up from the minors in the middle of the season when guys like Ranger go down, and that means a lot to the guys that are playing every day.
Well, there's no question about that. And that's been sort of the MO to people that have come up and step and come in to fill in for some of the guys that got hurt or put on the IL. They have done the job right off the bat, it seems like, and it's been the next man up attitude, and then that's exactly what's happened. We're gonna have to there's gonna have to be another attitude like that with the guy replacing Ranger. It's gonna be one of those things. If we can just get a quality start and keep us in ball game, give our offense a chance to, they woke up yesterday finally and scored some runs, and that's what we needed to happen. So is get the offense going now. Now that the pitching. We had a couple things happen with the pitching side of things. We just need to get that offense kind of chugging down the track a little bit, and when runners in score position, knocking them in.
Hey, Tommy, it's Nick. I got to ask you about the trade the Phillies made yesterday. Dombrowski goes out and gets Carlos Estevez from the Los Angeles Angels. What do you make of that move, and how needed was his services coming here to Philly?
Well, obviously you saw the trade before where sort of they got packaged with Baltimore with Sir Anthony, So obviously I'm looking. I don't know about the guy they brought up for Sir Anthony a whole lot about him. I think he come from the Cubs a while back, but he dealt with injuries early part of the year and rehabbing, So, it'd be great to see him, fill that role of long man and do that. I don't know if what they're going to do with bringing in, what kind of move they're going to bring in or do to send down again. But to have that kind of person brought in, that's, so to speak, in quotations, a bona fide closer. That he's done it. He's been doing it with a great arm like he has, and a guy that doesn't knock on wood, walk guys and put freebie on bases and stuff like that. If you go get something off of him, you're going to earn it. Which is the type of guy you want that closer to be. So he's going to come at you and challenge you. He's done a good job. That's why they went out and got him. So we got another great arm down there to help us finish ball games.
Hey, good morning, Tommy. So, also with the Estevez trade, continuing on that, obviously you have to give up stuff to get it, and they gave up 2 prospects of their own in the farm that are pretty, decently highly touted, not our top prospects, but a lot of people are still kind of upset about, having to go to the prospect field and all. I was just curious, what are your thoughts on that, about giving up 2 guys like that to get a guy like Estevez to try to be that surefire closer?
Well, you said it when you at the beginning. You got to give up something to get something. You're getting a quality guy at the end of the bullpen like that that's proven in the big leagues, and you have to give up 2 your minor league guys that's never been proven, even though they're touted like they're not saying the top echelon is listed, but they could turn into something great, which is great for the other club. But you've got to give up something to get something, So they didn't give up none of their 1 through 5 guys that they're really high on. So, I mean, I think that was a good move. That was a good trade.
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Every Sunday we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Tommy, we're at the end of July, and the dog days of summer start. It's August is the dog days. And how hard is it, when it gets really hot and humid and your bodies are all stretched out, like, you're feeling it. How hard is it? I know you're playing in front of a packed crowd and that gets you pumped up, but how hard is it to play through the dog days of summer?
No, I mean, you don't look at it that way. We're creatures of habit. So
right.
we're repeating, things that we do every day, so going out there trying to see the baseball, hit the baseball hard. When we throw a baseball, we're trying to throw it where we want to.
Right.
And we try to change speeds. We're not trying to do anything different. The only thing that's going to change, I think, is when it starts getting like this, you got to really listen to your body and take care of it. And maybe you might have to readjust your routine in between, like pitchers, especially in between the starts and stuff like that, and really take care of your body. You got to listen to it and stay on top of it. And that's the thing about it. That's the key to, I think, making it through the season, at the end and getting, being strong at the end, stronger at the end.
Yeah, because when we were down at Blitz's on Thursday, you were telling me, when we were talking to a couple of people that at Blitz's, that you were saying there were a couple days, they had that thermometer on the turf, and you said it hit like 160, and that it was hot down there, and I mean that takes a toll on anybody's body.
Yeah, it takes. I mean, it can bang you up, and I mean, you got to really take care of your body and make sure you're replenishing your fluids and eating right and
rest
the body what it needs to recover. Ice is your friend. So. Yeah. I looked at that. A lot of people don't like the ice. It's cold. No crap. It's cold. But it serves a purpose sometimes, is to help bring you back, especially your everyday players who are running on that turf and doing things, and your pitchers that, are starters that are going 6-7 innings or more. You can get in the ice, ice tub or whatever, for a couple minutes or whatever, and it'll bring your legs back. It brings you back. It rejuvenates you a little bit, but it also helps with inflammation and stuff to kick some of that stuff out of there. I think it's just you gotta use your what you have there. Use the tools, the stuff they have around there for you, and use the knowledge of your trainers and other guys that can help you do that. And that's on one side of the business. Then you got to do your baseball side of business of it. You got to prepare yourself mentally and stuff. You're going over hitters in your mind and different things for your next start or that next day or that day or whenever you're pitching or possibly pitching as a reliever. You got to stay on top of things. So there's always sort of pressure and stress to do that stuff. So you're dealing with a lot of stuff that your body's going to react to. So you got to take care of it.
Tommy, I kind of want to go back to the trade deadline for a second here. Dombrowski kind of talked to the media yesterday, and he kind of made it seem like they're not really going to make another move before the deadline on Tuesday. Do you think the Phillies have done enough heading into the trade deadline, or do you think there should be another move to make before Tuesday?
What are they going to make? What are you looking for? Doing a pretty good job. They've added a couple guys that one's in need. One was All-Star last year, right? If I'm not mistaken, in Hayes. Has he done the same thing this year? No, he's been on, but he's a compliment to what we have out there that can do things, and he's a threat to do those things, and he's a quality player. So you're adding guys, that prove they could do the job. And we needed that arm down in the bullpen. So I mean, they're doing the things they need to do. I don't know what else you're gonna want them to do. So, I mean, that's just me. You can go out and try to spend as much money as you want. People want you to spend money all the time. This as long as it's not their money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's, could we look at, is there something out there where they might try to do a center field type thing? I know I like that guy in center field playing defense for me.
Yeah, I like.
If we're living up to our capabilities elsewhere, he's a compliment out there, and just let him continue to grow and hopefully mature and do some things. If he's hitting 235, 240, we got other guys hitting 235, 242.
Yeah,
that you don't hear a lot about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this team's set. I like where they are right now, and I think we're ready for I think we're ready for a playoff run. And I'm all in, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, we still got a ways to go. We just need to, we got a little bad rut we got into, but also there was another the teams behind us. Especially Atlanta went through a little rut too, so it didn't really hurt us. But the team that's hot right now, you got to be careful with is friggin' the Mets.
Yeah,
hey,
Tom,
playing good baseball, man.
Tommy, since that second game in London that they beat us, they're 28-13.
Yeah, so
the Mets, the stinking Mets.
They've had the talent there. It's all about it coming together, and they're doing it. So.
They're half a game behind the Braves.
I think we play them a bunch towards the end of the season too. So I mean, we got to do what we need to do. Yeah, we got to take care of us. Yeah.
All right, T to Green, as always, baby. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming down. The Blitz is on Thursday. We really appreciate that, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
You got it, Billy.
Have a great weekend. Rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. There he is, Tommy Greene on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. On the Mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene is sponsored by Blitz's Market in Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets, 21st and Asbury Avenue. Go down there and say hello to Dave and Joe Newman. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my locker room, a youth movement, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card, good for use at Zio Nicolo Pizza in Sea Isle City for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob McNair or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. They'll check your crawl space, basement, and again your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your friend?"
Grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Hey, it's Mike Gill with another amazing opportunity for you at Key Acura of Atlantic City. All 2024 MDXs in stock must go this month, so Rocco has priced them to move. You can drive up the lot with a 2024 MDX all-wheel drive technology package for $49.95 down for just $4.99 a month for 36 months. That's right, $4.99 a month on a low-mileage lease for current Acura owners. There are only a few left, so get there now. Key Acura, Tilt Road at DHT, your small but friendly dealer. See dealer for details.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
When you open the BetParks app, you're in the zone. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Plus, get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. BetParks.
Must be 21 in NPA, New Jersey, or Michigan. Gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schlein on 97.3 ESPN, the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, the intern Andrew Lees, Nikki Earnshaw, and of course we brought up the Mets. And without fail, you knew Mr. Met was going to call in. So let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room, Mr. Met. Good morning, Jeff.
Getting predictable?
Yeah, we know because you are a fair weather fan. When the Mets are losing and they stink, we never hear from you. But when the Mets do well, you call in.
No, that is not true. That is not true. I called in early in the season when the Mets couldn't hit their way out of a wet paper bag.
No,
I was going to say, the last time that you called in, actually, it was the second game in London where the Phillies were up at the time and we were talking trash.
Right.
And
then they came
Mets
back and
ended up,
us.
winning, and now they've been on a hot streak.
Yeah. So T.D. Greene seems like he is very, very wise because he said, the Atlanta Braves, but the Mets, you got to watch out for the Mets.
All right. You know what we're going to do for you? You know what we're going to do to you? We're going to challenge you to something.
Okay,
we're going to see how good of a Mets fan you are. Right now.
I haven't watched any games.
Well, guess what? I don't want to hear that. We want you to name 5 Mets right now.
David Wright. Buddy Harold.
Oh, whoa. No, wait.
Right.
Wait, they haven't played for the Mets in how long,
That was
Jeff?
like 10 years ago. I'm talking about the current Mets.
Dave Kingman.
Good, Jeff. 5 Mets.
Billy, I don't even know your
See that? Do you see that? Do you see him? He's a fraud.
Mike Piazza.
Piazza.
Man, what a great trade that was.
Mookie Wilson.
Oh, jeez.
You can't name 5 Mets, and you're a Mets fan. You can sing the Mets.
Wouldn't have won it in '86.
You can sing the Mets song. You're a big Mets fan, but you can't even name 5 Mets on the team right now.
Yeah, I can't.
Give me 2. Wow. Jeff, give me 2.
Yeah, come on, Jeff. You can't leave Francisco Lindor. Come on.
Pete Alonso, the polar bear. Come on.
Listen, I haven't watched one.
I don't blame you for that.
I work for a living, Billy.
Don't give me that stuff. I work too, and I'm a Phillies fan.
we have to go. I gotta ask you, Mr. Matt. I gotta ask you. You called it because the Mets are doing well, and you said you haven't even watched the game. You haven't watched the game.
I haven't watched the game in 22 years.
By the way, Jeff, I sit in that parking lot. You walk by me all the time. And what do I have? I have my radio on so I can hear it. And you have a phone that you have your ear pods in. You can have your Mets game on, but you're not a fan and you don't listen to them.
Listen, I don't listen to the Mets because while the Mets are on, I'm working.
No, you can have your ear pods on. You can listen to the Mets. You just choose not to.
Yes, I choose not to because I don't live and die by sports. I just like to bust your stones.
All right, Mr. Met. You know we love you. We love giving you a hard time. Your Mets are. Your Mets. Guess what, Jeff? Your Mets are 28-13 since they played us.
I know. I didn't know that statistic till you brought that up. Which you know more about my team than I do.
Yeah, that's right. Don't forget it.
Don't forget it.
All right, Jeff. I'll see you on Monday.
All right, bud.
All right, man. Yeah, buddy. And that's something. He is a big Mets fan. We work together at the play.
Yeah.
Right. You should see the arguments we get in. And he doesn't even. They can't even name. He starts naming Dave Kingman.
He said David Wright. David Wright. He's on the Hall of Fame ballot. What are we doing?
He's in here arguing you about the Mets. He doesn't even watch them. Like, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
609-403-0973 is the text board. We're giving away a Tommy Greene signed baseball and his card with all his statistics. 609-403-0973. Who is the best GM in Philly right now? Tell us who and why. We get a free, nice autographed baseball, Tommy Greene and his card with a lot of. It's not a baseball card. It's a big card.
No, it's like a cardboard.
Yeah,
type of thing.
nice.
It's really nice. You probably put it in.
All his stats are on the back. It's like a giant baseball
He
card.
threw a no-hitter. It's a big baseball card. Yeah, it's nice.
Essentially, yeah.
609-403-0973 if you'd like to win an autographed baseball by Tommy Greene, his big card. 609-403-0973. Who is the best GM in Philly right now? Right now.
Right now. Here today.
Here today. All right. Hour one is in the book. Hour two, guys, we're going to talk a little Eagles football. Eagles are in training camp. A lot to talk about. And then maybe at the bottom of the hour, we'll get into a little Olympic talk. If we just like, what Olympic sports will you watch? All that and more. All that and more. Right ahead. Locker room. The Philly Swine and my locker room youth movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw. The intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3.
Your BetQL Sunday service starts now. What's on the line? I'll punch you in your stupid face. I hate the Knicks. I hate their fans.
And Pat Boyle.
That's probably why I'm not a GM in the NFL. But if I was, I would probably take a huge swing on Michael Penix.
Turning your faith into fortune.
Two things in the gambling world I can't wait to bet more than the Jets under right now.
While serving up hot takes and hot takes.
If Chet Holmgren was on that team, he's probably putting up better numbers than Wendy.
It's BetQL 5-Star Weekend, presented by BetMGM.
Let's go. BetQL 5-Star Weekend. And the news only I care about, Theo Johnson's been activated off the pup list. Giants season back up. BetQL 5-Star Weekend, Pat Boyle and Sean and here with you. We spent a lot of the first hour on the Olympics. Pat, I actually do think it's really important as much as I'm not as excited for the Olympics as you are. Before we get to our hot takes and hot takes, because there's still time to get this in, can you reiterate for our new audience your hot take from hour number one? Yes, Sean, and I appreciate you kind of pinning that to the top of each conversation when we really said it. U.S. men's basketball, Team USA versus Serbia, the opening games for Team USA in the Olympics. They are 13.5-point favorites. That game kicks off in 75 minutes, 11:15 a.m. Eastern in Paris, in France. I am going with the Joker. I'm going with Jokic and Team Serbia plus 13.5. I think they cover the 13.5 points against Team USA. Even though I said last week, Sean, and you and I both agree that we both think Team USA is going to run away with this tournament. They were minus 500 favorites to win. I'm not sure what they are now here as we're a couple days into the competition, but still they are massive favorites to win the tournament, and I think they do, but I think there's no value betting that. I think the value is going to be trying to bet against them any way you can, and I think South Jersey football
the airwaves this season. Don't miss out. Make sure your business is a part of the Philadelphia Eagles season with Carlin and Mike Quick on 97.3 ESPN. Every week, the NFL will passionate fan base flocks to 97.3 ESPN radio to listen to their favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Advertising with the Eagles can help your business connect with the consumers you are trying to reach. 97.3 ESPN is the most listened to sports source in all of South Jersey. That's what makes 97.3 ESPN such a powerful station for your business's message. So this Eagles season, don't let your business sitting on the sidelines. Be a part of the Philadelphia Eagles season on 97.3 ESPN. To find out how to become a part of the 2024 Eagles season, go to townsquaresouthjersey.com. Request more information.
Hi, I'm Stephen Moore. People are commenting on how healthy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is that my dogs need.
Dr. Martin's Nutrition Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and health span.
Their jaws are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shiny. And why they feel more youthful even as they age. I've been carrying Dr. Marty Goldstein. I've helped countless dogs thrive with one simple concept. Your dog needs a high-beat diet similar to what their ancestors ate in the wild.
Dr. Martin created Nutrition Blend using 50 years of nutritional research and experience, helping dogs make incredible turnarounds. Save up to 54% of Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cotton Crispies, their wild caught ultra-crunchy cod steak treats. Go to drmartinfoods.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
Although for you, your dog results can be a vary. Listen to data with me apply.
Home of the Sports Pal with Mike Gill, 97.3 ESPN, WNJHD, Millville, Atlantic City.
The locker room. Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my locker room youth movement, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here. And we're having a good time talking sports. And we were talking Phillies baseball. Now we're going to transition into little Eagles football because, hey, man, training camp's here and we inch closer to the first preseason game, which will be on August 9th, Friday, August 9th. And, of course, you know, everybody's Bird Central, right? I mean, football's here, and it came on as fast. But once the season starts, I mean, it just flies by.
Yeah,
I mean,
it goes by like this. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good season. Obviously, a lot of, tempered excitement after, last year's collapse. You don't want to get.
Let me ask you this, Andrew. What right now on today's the 28th of July, correct?
Yep.
All right. Right now, what's the big story for you? What's the one thing that
for me, I think it's got to be the addition of Saquon. And I know that's like the flashy move. I don't think that's the most important move, but that's the thing that excites me the most is seeing him in this offense.
You can't wait to see him go?
I can't wait to see him in Eagles green going against, obviously going back against the Giants this year, which we're going to play them twice. Right. I mean, I don't think it's the most important thing. I mean, the most important thing
that's what's got your attention. Like that's the
big that's what excites me the most is I want to see him in that.
Nikki Earnshaw, what's the big story for you? What's the one thing that excites you right now? Right now, this second.
Can I be negative? Can I be a little negative?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm nervous about the defense. The defense worries me to no end. There's so many unknowns on the defensive side of the ball. I think the offense will be just fine. You add Saquon Barkley. That's exciting, right, Andrew? But the defense, I am very nervous. You are asking a lot out of all the young Bulldogs over there. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean. Like, these are unproven guys who need to step up. You remember, you lost Fletcher Cox this year. He's not going to be there. Your linebacking core, I don't even know. Is Devin White going to be able to step up? He makes mistakes a lot too. Nakobe Dean has been injured. So there's a lot of question marks on defense for me. It's about the development of the young players. So I'm nervous about the defense. I need to see a little bit of cohesiveness too.
I want to get more specific, and I'm with you, Nick, on that. I'm nervous about the defense, but I'm more nervous about how the secondary is going to play.
Really? See, I'm not worried about the secondary.
Well, and you know what? I guess it could, because the defensive line, the pressure that they put on
I'm more worried about
it. It goes hand in hand, because if Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Carter, if they don't play well, I don't care if they don't get pressure on the quarterback. If Josh Sweat doesn't get pressure on the quarterback, if Huff doesn't get pressure on the quarterback, right? If these guys don't, Brandon Graham, if they don't play a lot better than they did the last 8 games of the season, doesn't matter how great the secondary is.
And you gotta think about this, right? Jonathan Gannon is similar defense to Vic Fangio. I mean, he's a disciple of Vic Fangio.
Well, so that's the X factor.
Yes.
I like Fangio.
I do too.
I think Fangio is so old school that
they're not going to blitz though, Billy. They're not going to blitz all the time. They're going to want to get pressure from those front four. That's why I'm nervous.
Who did I hear? Somebody was talking. I can't remember. It was on the Sports Bash, but so a reporter was saying that Vic Fangio reminds him of Jim Johnson.
But they're not going to blitz.
The old Eagles defensive coordinator.
They're not going to blitz all the time. Then no,
Jim Johnson wasn't a big blitzer, was he?
Yeah,
was he a big blitzer? I don't think he was.
I don't think he was particular.
No, but Fangio's not. They're not going to blitz, and Eagles fans are going to call for them to blitz.
What was the one big thing about the defense that stuck out in your mind? To me, last year they were getting physically beat. Last year, they had. To me, they looked tired. They looked beat. They looked physically beat.
Yeah,
I don't think that's going to happen this year.
The unit as a whole on the defensive side, just those last 8 games.
Remember, they said they looked tired, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like guys like Bradbury, the secondary wasn't great either. But yeah, they weren't getting that much pressure. They weren't able to consistently get to the quarterback.
Remember last year, Hassan Reddick was dropping back in coverage.
Well, that's on the coach.
Right. Well,
that's just utter stupidity.
So they're not going to have those type of mistakes.
Jordan Davis definitely got tired. I mean, hopefully his conditioning takes a huge step up this year, because that's the main concern with Jordan Davis. He's so big. It's great to have him those first couple weeks, but then he falls apart by the end of the season. Well, hopefully he can get better with that, like Nick was saying.
Andrew, I want to that's a big problem, because they don't have the depth that they've had in the past, right? And they were big on rotating the defensive linemen all of the time, right? And now you really don't have that. You don't know what you're getting out of those backups, the Milton Williams of the world, the Ajomos of the world. What are they going to bring you? Are they talented enough? Do they need to go out and get another defensive tackle? Because they rotate guys all the time on the defensive line. I don't know if they have enough there. So Jordan Davis conditioning, big concern.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's a great point too. Because that rotation of the defensive line. I mean, that's been a thing in Philadelphia for a decade at this point. I mean, despite changes in defensive coordinator, they've always prided themselves on having a rotation at the defensive line. And like you said, I mean, I like Milton Williams. I think he can be solid. But we don't have a surefire. We lost Cox.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick's gone. We replace him with Huff. But it's just Brandon Graham's getting another year older.
Who's going to be the leader on the defense?
I think it'll be. I mean, Brandon Graham's going to be a big leader, obviously.
How many plays do you think he's going to get?
Devin White. I mean, Devin, I mentioned on Nick's Nuggets the other day, he started the group chat with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. He's kind of taking on that leadership role, right? The accountability group chat. I started one with you, Billy. Did you see I said the glass half full?
Yeah, and I didn't get that right away.
You didn't get it?
No. Until I saw his interview. You said that to me, and then I saw his interview.
Well, and then Mike and I, we got into a whole discussion. You could change the profile pic to a group chat, right?
Right.
Do you know this?
Yeah. You're talking to a guy that knows nothing about technology.
I'll airdrop it to you. I'll airdrop it to you.
What's that?
I'll airdrop it to you later. All right.
You just mentioned the depth of the defensive line. I mean, I'm looking at some of these names here, and I don't even recognize them.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. The past couple of years, that rotation we've had. We've had Javon Hargrave. We've had Derek Barnett. He wasn't great, but at least he was a guy we could throw out there. I mean, back in the Super Bowl 2017, we had Timmy Jernigan. We had Bo Allen. We had Vinny Curry.
I had Bo Allen on my show not too long ago.
Joey Peloto now this year. Ajomo, Booker, Gabe Hall, Milton Williams. I mean, these aren't names that jump off the piece of paper there.
They're guys who they step up.
How do you say his last name?
Marlon Tui Peloto.
Okay, he's from USC. He's 6'2", 307. And he's a tackle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all.
He's the kind of guy you can't move.
Interior defensive line.
See, those are all guys where it's like, it'd be obviously you'd love to see them step up, but none of them jump out to me as like they're gonna be the next like cog in this machine that we need for this defensive line. Like if any of them break out,
think about it. When they got Milton Williams, he wasn't like anybody that they thought was good, and then he played pretty well.
Yeah, he's been pretty well, but he's definitely the best guy on that list we just said. But it's still like, yeah, it's going to be tough because they got to figure out which one of these guys are going to step up and be a regular part of this rotation. Like you said, Brandon Graham, who knows how many snaps he's even going to be able to play.
Here's another thing that I'm thinking of. Like Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. They've got to mature and they've got to turn into professionals. Do you know what I mean? They've got to, hopefully they got the rookie and second year out of their system.
I hope.
And turn into professional. No, I'm serious. You know what I mean? Because, you got all that money. They're young guys. I don't want to say they're immature, but they're young guys. They, you don't know what their personal life's like. They got to get that out of their system. And they got to turn into pros.
And you could also make the argument, the fact that they went to school together, they're such good friends, they're so close that maybe it makes them, not as focused on the task at hand because they're with their buddies. I mean, I don't know if that's the case. I'm not speaking that into existence.
But we're hoping that's the case.
Yeah,
that they get that out of their system and become pros.
Exactly.
Because if they do that and they focus solely on the job and they have a coach like Vic Fangio and not who's the defensive coach? I can't remember.
Sean Desai,
who was just
Matt Patricia.
Right. Didn't seem like there was a disciplined coach in that position last year.
Listen, it should have been Vic Fangio last year anyway. I'm not going to get into the whole Jonathan Gannon nonsense that happened, but it should have been Vic Fangio as a defensive coordinator.
Maybe he's a little bit more demanding.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit more accountable.
That's what he's known for. So I think the defense could be in a good spot when you have a leader like that in Vic Fangio, who's been a head coach before. He's been one of the most well-known defensive coordinators around the league. That gives me a lot of hope. But yeah, I got to see it. They're very young on defense right now. They're going to ask a lot out of these young players. There's going to be growing pains. So I don't want people to think that the defense is going to be so great right away. There's going to be growing pains. I can guarantee that.
Yeah. So like Andrew, you're more worried about the offense or Saquon. That's a big story for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm worried about it.
I think the offense is going to come out firing on all cylinders.
I agree.
I agree. I think the score they're going to be running up. I think no one's going to be able to stop them. Right, Nick?
Yeah, it'll be 38-35 type scores this year.
Well, no, I mean until we see what the defense actually looks like.
Yeah,
but you know what you're going to get out of the offense.
I agree with you guys in terms of what's the most important thing this offseason. It's definitely the defense. But yeah, talk about what excites me the most. I mean, I'm trying to be positive too, excitement. I get being like excited, like anxious excitement about the defense. I agree with you there. But yeah, Saquon, I feel like it's almost being lost in the shuffle a little bit too. Like people saw him at training camp, it's like, oh yeah, Saquon Barkley, an Eagle. So I'm just so hyped to see that. But the defense is definitely the thing I'm the most like.
Well, no, because my question to you is, what's your biggest story? Like what's got you? Like, what do you focus on? And that's fine. That's your answer. That's fine. Yeah. I'm not trying to get you to change your answer.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying I don't disagree with you guys either. You guys have, I get that completely. But yeah, for me, Saquon, it's going to be so electric seeing him in the Eagles.
All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. That's the Circle Liquor Store. When you go down there, say hello to Jason and Parker's down there. I met Parker last night. And tell them the Locker Room sent you. Now, I want to tell you about Captain Chucky's in Sale. Their food is phenomenal. John McCann, they do a great job. You want to try their famous crab cakes, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano stuffed breads, pierogies from the pierogi kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. That's 609-905-CRAB. Or visit CaptainChuckySeattle.com. Go down there and say hello to owners John and Kathy McCann. They're at 4111 Landis Avenue in Seattle City to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery is available. That's Captain Chucky's in Seattle. It's crab with an attitude. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more Eagles talk You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob McNair or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. They'll check your crawl space, basement, and again your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation, 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Hello, I'm the Atlantic County Sheriff, Joseph O'Donoghue. I've proudly dedicated my law enforcement career to keeping our community safe. But I also am a proud parent, grandparent, and great-grandparent who understands the importance of keeping our children safe. Motor vehicle crashes continue to be the leading cause of death for our children ages 1 to 12. No parent or caregiver wants to ever imagine that their child is involved in a car crash, but it's important to be prepared. Children should always be buckled up in the right seat, the right booster seat for their age, their height and weight, every ride, every time. Properly installed child safety seat can reduce the risk of injury by as much as 71% for infants and 54% for our toddlers. Atlantic County Sheriff's Office is definitely here to help. We have certified child passenger safety seat technicians available to properly install or check the position of your car seat at no charge. For more information, please call 609-909-7200 or visit acsheriff.org.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds as we're broadcast on the X platform. Check us out there and YouTube channel on my website, thelockerroombillyschwein.com, and scroll down. You can see us there. Of course, Andrew Leeds operates. He's my IT. You're my IT guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone in the youth movement are kind of your IT guys. You got Nikki showing you the airdrop. I do the website and the YouTube, but yeah, you know, I'm the lockerroombillyschwein.com. You see all of our articles weekly that you upload, all the interviews, all of that, the live shows like you just said.
The Beach Patrol Report.
Yep,
right?
on the Mound with Tommy Greene, all your favorite segments here in the locker room. It's go check it out.
Now, Billy, can I ask, when does the youth movement get cut off? Because I'm the elder in the youth movement now.
Like, what's the age? When you're no longer
no,
a
you
youth?
guys will. Guess what? You'll always be the youth.
Okay.
You gotta know when you're always going to be the youth movement.
I'm an old man now. I'm the old man and the elder of the
old man.
What did you just turn?
What did you
24?
24. Ooh, I'm 23 in like 3 months. So you got me beat.
How old's Danny?
I think he's younger than me.
2, 3.
I think he might have been. Was he born in 2002 or was he 2001?
Something
as
like
well?
that.
I'm 01. But
609-403-0973. We're giving away a autographed baseball by Tommy Greene and his card, which is a nice card because it has a nice picture of him and all his stats and major accomplishments on the back. It's a really nice card. 609-403-0973. And the question is, who is the best GM in Philly right now and why? Right now, who's the best GM in Philly right now? 609-403-0973.
All right, we got a couple of text messages in. Brian from EHT texts in. Dabrowski is the best. Look at CBP every night. That place is rocking every night all summer long, enjoying baseball into October. Dabrowski is one with Howie a close 2.
Baseball plays every night. And I know they go away on the road, but when they're home, like a 6, 7, 8, 9 game road homestand, and they're packed every night. They were packed. Remember, Bryce Harper was even making a note of the fact that it was a Tuesday in May.
Yeah, it looked like mid-October.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's why it's so tough. I mean, it's easy to say like, oh, Howie Roseman, obviously, but at the same time, like Dombrowski's been doing a great job. Even Daryl Morey this offseason, I think, has turned a lot of heads. I mean, Briere and Jonesy, they're still kind of in the early stages.
We haven't heard, you know what, intern, you're right. We haven't heard anybody. Like, even though the Sixers, I mean, there were people that didn't want Paul George, that wanted Paul, but even after he pulled the trigger and got Paul George, everybody was in favor of it. What are you laughing at?
I got a text. Stephen Woodbine. Sixers have revamped their team to championship level after being called a liar by Harden. So I guess he's saying Morey, essentially.
All right, so I like that. I mean, I can't argue with that. They've all done they've all done a great job.
Yeah.
But who's the best? That's a great question.
It's tough. That's why I think there's not a clear answer. It's like you gotta, we're
gonna have to pick one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pick somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna go with.
Well, Danny EHT texts in. Howie Roseman is a slam dunk best GM ever. Eagles are Philadelphia sports. Bleed the green, Super Bowl champ Howie Roseman.
609-403-0973. Who's the best GM in Philly right now? We're giving away an autographed baseball by Tommy Greene and his card to go with it. It's a nice thing to have for your man room.
Room,
right?
Your room, your desk,
Yeah,
wherever.
man. Tommy's a great guy. 609-403-0973. If you want a autographed baseball by Tommy Greene and his card to go with it, 609-403-0973. The guys are holding it up on the X platform. You're watching us there, or the YouTube channel, 609-403-0973. Who's the best GM in Philly right now? I'm leaning towards Dombrowski.
Really?
And I'll tell you why. For the simple reason that I think he's under pressure to win right now. He's got a small window of opportunity with this lineup. They failed 2 years ago. They get to the World Series and lost. Last year they get eliminated in the NLCS. He's got the same exact lineup back, and he's got to do it this year or next year, and that's it.
Okay, well, it's kind of the same thing with Daryl Morey, right? He's got to do it this year or next year, and he went out.
And the reason why we're not getting more Sixers stuff is because the Sixers are not in front of everybody's mind right now.
Yeah, it's not the top of the discussion right now.
But honestly, when you look at this offseason, I mean, it's not just the Paul George move. I mean, bringing in guys like Caleb Martin on the deal. You just brought in Reggie Jackson on a buyout deal, who he could be a great pickup for this team. Kyle Lowry. I mean, it's tough. It's like he brought back Kelly Oubre. I mean, a lot of great moves. Daryl Morey, it's almost like he's, in my opinion, like the most improved in a way. It's like the one that people had probably the lowest, expectations, and he's knocked it out of the park to the level where I almost want to say Daryl Morey just because of how well he's done. We all talked about this offseason, the cap space, but like, what are we going to do with that cap space? And he's making the absolute most of it.
And not only that, when people were saying, like, everybody else was making moves, and like, what's he going to do? There's no one out there. What's going to go on? And then he gets Paul George with no one expect, because remember, there were rumors that he's not coming.
Yeah, he's going to re-sign with the Clippers.
He's going to re-sign with the Clippers.
Stay home in LA. It made sense.
Right.
Don't forget, even Andre Drummond he brought back. Like, he's been having a heck of an offseason. Drafting Jared McCain and Bona seems like they're both playing very well in the summer league. I feel like Daryl Morey, he might be my choice right now. And I know it's a lot of expectations because we still have never seen these guys play on the court together.
So what would be a successful year for you with the Sixers? If they get to the
for me, they have to at least make the conference finals. I mean, that's the minimum.
That's the bare minimum.
Yeah, literally. If they don't make the conference finals, what are we doing?
So that would solidify. So if you pick Daryl Morey today, and they made it to the conference finals and lost, that would solidify your pick. It would make it.
I feel like to solidify it, they got to at least make the finals. If they make the conference finals, it's the bare minimum. I'm like, all right, it's not what I want.
Because for the Phillies, they got to win the World Series this year.
That's true.
It's World Series or bust for the Phillies this year. They have to win the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue like they have one more year, but like, yeah, this year.
No, they got to. Phillies have to win. For Dombrowski to be the best GM in Philly, they got to win it this year, right, Nick?
Yeah, we got a text. Yo, Billy and kids, Dombrowski. Phillies win World Series this year. Howie close second. It's from Johnny G.
Johnny G.
Yeah, I mean,
Burger Group.
If the Phillies win the World Series, I don't see how it's not Dombrowski. But it's just, I don't know. Like Daryl Morey had to do so much this offseason alone. He's been so hot lately.
I'll ask this question then. Who has put their team in the best position to win right now?
Dombrowski. He just
what
got
about the Sixers? You can make the argument for Daryl Morey though too.
Yeah,
right?
but the Phillies are in the middle of a season right now, and he just got two. He just filled two important roles that they needed. They needed a right-handed bat.
I'm with you.
And an outfield, and they needed a closer, which they just got a closer.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it is.
We don't know what. I mean,
you can make the case for Daryl Morey.
I will say with Dombrowski. I don't even want to hold this against Dombrowski because it's not really fair. But one thing you could argue is like, Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto, like that wasn't Dombrowski. That was the previous regime. So he kind of inherited a very good roster. He built up like the Schwarber.
I was going to say, yeah.
He's turned it over. But
and whether you want to give Bryce Harper credit for that, at least he listened.
Yeah.
But at least he wasn't stubborn and didn't listen to his player.
Like Daryl Morey, he's the one who drafted Tyrese Maxey. He's the one who added Paul George, who did all of these things. So I could see that argument. I'm not trying to even take away against Dombrowski because again, he is great, but that's one negative I could see.
And remember, Dombrowski's got he's got a couple World Series, right?
Yeah,
not with the Phillies yet.
Not with the Phillies.
All right, well, he's going to get one because what he did in the last 2 days shows me that he's got the gravitas. He's got the, you know what I mean? The World Series or bust. He's got what it takes to win.
I know he's done it before. He's done it.
He's
a
winner.
I agree. I trust Dave Dombrowski. That's why it's such a
Dave Dombrowski we trust.
Yeah, it's a tough question because all the GMs right now have done a great job.
And by the way, we're not even talking about Danny Briere.
No,
I mean,
because they're not really expected to win quite yet.
But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
I know.
Because remember last year when the Flyers got off to a really good start, they were playing really well, but they were fun to watch. They were scoring goals. They were fighting. They were doing everything.
They should have been a playoff
winning.
Team.
Right?
Yeah, they should have been the playoff team.
And you know what? You know what really showed me how good Briere is? The Cutter Gauthier situation.
Right.
Like that situation right there, him going to get Drysdale, and it didn't leak. Nothing happened.
No.
It came out as soon as they announced it. That shows me he's a leader in that organization.
And then he gets Mitchcott to come 3 years prior before they even thought he would be here.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I got a couple texts coming in right now. This is a great conversation. Paul from OC chimes in. Great show.
Paul's great.
Going with Howie. No one in the league manages the salary cap better than him in the league. Dombrowski is a very close second, but got to give it to Howie with cap management, the tiebreaker.
Guess what? I mean, see, Paul makes an outstanding point.
Yes.
Why are there not more people modeling after
I don't know.
Howie?
I don't know.
See, one thing Dave Dombrowski doesn't have to worry about a cap.
Yeah,
he luxury tax. I know, but it's not the cap.
No,
he's pretty much got the green light to do whatever he wants in terms of
because remember, Middleton said, "I'm going to spend
stupid money,
mad money,
stupid money,
stupid money."
Yeah, that is the one thing with Howie that honestly could also even be hurting him in this talk that we're having is that like he has been so good for so long here in Philly that it's like it doesn't feel like he's been that special.
You just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Which might tip it towards Howie, the longevity.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? Paul might have a point. the longevity and
salary
the
cap.
salary. He's been dealing with a salary
The
cap,
salary
and he's been
cap,
doing it
yeah.
for such a long time.
Do you remember
and doing it well?
Wait, Billy, how about during the draft this year, the videos that came out of Howie Roseman, like all the
talking to the players.
Oh yeah.
on draft night, and then the Commanders, they released a video,
Yeah.
and they called him a pain in the you know what. So
He was literally trying to gaslight that. Like,
Yes.
okay, so we're agreeing on this, and they're like, no, dude, we told you we're not doing it unless you throw it.
that's who I want negotiating, Billy.
Yeah.
609-403-0973 for autographed baseball and a card signed by Tommy Greene. Who is the best GM in Philly right now? 609-403-0973. We're on the YouTube channel and the X platform. Nick and the intern are holding the ball and the card up so you can see it. Autographed baseball, autographed card by Tommy Greene. 609-403-0973. Who is the best GM in Philly right now and why? Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and the staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. Tell them the Locker Room sent you, and also say hello to Jason for us. Now, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. It opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. And on August 9th, Friday, August 9th, the Brigantine Beach Patrol, they're having the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships right in front of La Scala's. It's going to be the after party. It's going to be right there. It's going to be a huge party at La Scala's Beach House. The best food, the best times at La Scala's. Go to LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schwein and my locker room youth movement, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
This is a show and prove year, not just for Jalen Hurts, but for Nick Sirianni. Can you provide the leadership, the guidance, and the answers for your players when you hit that inevitable adversity? And 8 Ball says doubtful in my book. I haven't seen anything to show me that Nick Sirianni is going to be a championship-winning coach.
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card, good for use, at Zio Nicolo Pizza in Sea Isle City for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at SeizeTheDeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to SeizeTheDeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com. You're listening to The Locker Room with Bill ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Andrew Leeds, Nikki Earnshaw. I love this song. Please.
Great song.
It's a great
song.
one. Yeah.
Should have had this against Nikki when we had our challenge.
Yeah, you got when we do that again next year or something.
Blow you away. Kid.
You have no shot. I'm 1-0. 1-0.
And it's under protest, you know.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
According to you.
That's one texter. Who was it? Who was the one that texted in?
I think it was it Carlin's relative or something?
No. Who's protesting? Who's the one?
I think it was Carlin's relative called in from Cleveland.
No, I know, but I know that. But I'm saying who was the
somebody
one person?
texted in.
Somebody listener texted in.
Late, but I don't know.
Nonsense. I won fair and square.
Nah, there's a protest.
I will say
you get a yellow card.
I would love to see a rematch between this.
He's got no
All
shot.
right, I want to make an announcement here.
Oh.
You know, Mike Gill's baseball team, the 13 years, they're going to the World Series again.
How about that?
They're
So
having
excited.
Yeah, they're having a beef and beer for the team. All the proceeds benefit the baseball team, 13U, Saturday, August 3rd, from 5 p.m. to close at the Myers Lighthouse Brewery at on Route 9 in Ocean View. Donations, they take donations. It's a beef and beer. So get out there on Saturday, August 3rd at Myers Lighthouse Brewery. Donate to the Atlantic Shore 13U boys baseball team.
Heck yeah.
How about that?
I'll be
Saturday.
there. I'll be there.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like a great time.
All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board. We're giving away a baseball signed by Tommy Greene and his card to go with it. Nice addition to your man room. 609-403-0973. And the question is, who is the best GM right now in Philly? 609-403-0973.
All right, we got a couple texts. Mr. Met chimes in again. He said, Billy, I might not be able to name 2 New York Mets, but I know what an airdrop is.
Well, he's got you beat there, Billy. You can't
So
argue.
I'd rather know Phillies players than know what an airdrop is.
Yes, that's definitely more important.
Because I'm a fan.
All right, Monica in Ocean City, 32nd Street Beach here. I'm going to have to go with the Phils, Dombrowski. The last few years, he's built a team to win the World Series. Go Phils.
You know, and I was thinking about this at the break. I like what Paul said, but Dombrowski's had to make a move during the season while the pressure's on, a trade, to make this team better while they're going for it. Like, when's the last time Howie Roseman had to make a trade while the pressure was on to better his team?
Yeah, obviously last year he traded for Kevin Byard and it really didn't work out.
Right.
I mean, it's, not every trade's gonna work out, but that was a very unfortunate situation.
Right. So
obviously the Super Bowl season he did trade for Jay Ajayi, but we're going back, 7 years.
And that was but that was a little while ago.
Great trade.
Great trade.
I will argue, just for the sake of argument, Dombrowski's trades last year didn't pan out.
Lorenzen threw a no-hitter.
And then what did he do? That's all I'm saying. He threw a no-hitter. He was great when he first got here. Started good, didn't end well. So, and then he got Rodolfo Castro from the Pirates. He made those 2 in-season trades last year. But the year before, you got Brandon Marsh and Noah Syndergaard in the 22 NL pennant year. So decent trades there. This year, I hope it's better. Hopefully, Hayes can be a real contributor, and you get a bona fide closer in Estevez. So. I think right now this might have been his best year so far, but there's still a lot of baseball.
How about that? We don't have one Flyers GM.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a different situation with them at the moment. I mean, again, they're not expected to win. I don't think it's like everyone thinks this is, Danny Briere and Jonesy. They've done a great job, but it's the early stages of a rebuild. I still think, they could be a playoff team this year. I don't think anybody's expecting them to win the cup.
And you know what they, and I agree with you, Andrew, but you know what the Flyers organization's been doing? They've been downplaying it, right? They don't expect anything out of us. We're not a playoff team yet. We want to build a contender, not just a playoff team.
Billy, they're tempering expectations.
That's what they're doing. They're tempering expectations. And I give them credit because you don't want to get people too excited. Then you don't meet those expectations and then everybody's upset.
I got a question for both of you. So I brought this up on the Bash. Was it Thursday or Friday? I can't remember which day. Out of all the new players that have come into Philadelphia, you got Austin Hayes, you got Estevez, Paul George, Andre Drummond, Michkov coming over. Who's the next jersey to get? Out of all those signings, who's the next jersey to buy?
You go first, Andrew.
That's tough. Did you say was it just all Philly sports?
All Philly sports. So all like the new names that have been brought in. Because I mean, the Phillies are making trades. The Eagles, you can even throw Saquon in there. If you
have to throw. What do you have to throw?
The top option. I think.
Is it Saquon?
For me, it's.
I already got it.
Well, you work in the store.
I work at the Eagles store.
Yeah.
I've been staring those Saquon jerseys every other day.
Are they flying off the show?
They are. Trust me, they are. The Kelly Green Saquons. I'm gonna get one eventually. But
I think it's Michkov.
Don't you?
I was gonna say. I think for me though,
I think it's Michkov.
I think it might be Michkov. He seems like the next face of this team for the next 10, 15 years.
Not Jersey.
What are you thinking, Billy? Where's your head at?
I was gonna say Barkley. The Kelly.
I mean,
Greens.
Saquon is. Yeah, I mean, it's just a good number. It's a good jersey. It's a great player.
See, for the Phillies, you would think it would be Bryce Harper is still flying off.
Well, no. Out of all the newest players,
the Phillies, there's not really like.
Well, you're not going to get people getting Hayes' jersey.
Hey! When you mentioned Lorenzen last year, his jersey was flying off the shelves after the no-hitter.
Tyler Phillips, maybe he's going to.
Maybe Tyler Phillips.
He's kind of an interesting.
He came up
option.
from AAA.
Yeah.
But,
you think he?
I don't think he's.
So you
just
said something, Andrew. The Kelly Greens flying off the shelves.
Yeah, people love the Kelly.
So don't
Greens.
you think the Philadelphia Eagles organization would say, look? People love the Kelly Greens. Why are they only playing 2 times in the Kelly Greens?
Bring them back.
Yeah, I mean, they're only allowed to wear an alternate every so often.
How many times a year?
There's
3 games a year.
Yep.
But, I mean, I know there's people who want them to switch to the Kelly Green full time.
Darn right.
I'm not sure if I'm there yet because I do like the Midnight Green too.
No, I don't like
But, I mean, I do wish there was an option for them to wear the Kelly Green more. Unfortunately, the NFL's rules.
They need to bring the Kelly Green back as the full-time jersey. No doubt about it. And bring the white Kelly Green back too as the road.
Oh, my God. I love that.
But Mike Gill's one of the people that doesn't want to bring them back. He said it reminds him of losing.
That's what I was going to say. The main argument is that they're losers.
That's not true at all because Buddy Ryan had the best defense in those jerseys.
But they didn't win anything. They didn't win anything. I see
they would.
You know
what? If it wasn't for the fog ball, they would have won. They would have beat Chicago in that game.
I see where those people are coming from, but they look so aesthetically pleasing. They're fantastic. It's the color. I love it, Billy. I love the Kelly.
I don't
Green.
associate the Kelly Green with losing. I don't know why.
So are you going with Saquon for your player that you would get a jersey of?
Well, I don't. I got to tell you,
Paul George is another.
I'm
good
just
option
saying,
also.
hypothetically, you don't have to be a jersey.
If I had to buy a jersey, because I'm not a jersey buyer.
Yeah,
I never was. I would probably go Michkov.
I think it's Michkov
because I love the orange, not the white ones, the orange.
The new,
and there really hasn't been a flyer in recent years that you really could, get a jersey for. You know what I mean? Like Michkov, this guy's supposed to be the savior of the organization. Come on, that's the guy.
Yeah, but Nikki, Briere said he's not our savior.
Oh, he's a savior.
Don't look at him as a savior.
He's supposed to be.
No, don't do that, Nick.
I'll do it. I'm doing it, Billy.
Don't do it, Nick.
Why?
Because you can't put that on somebody.
Why?
He
could have been the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
he could have been the number 1 pick.
Don't put that on him.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I get
he's got the talent.
Expectations.
Hey, by the way, I got to tell you guys something. I went to dinner. Was it a week ago with Craig Berube in Avalon, and I was telling the chief that, yeah, man, Tommy Green's a really good golfer. He goes, I can beat him. Right? So then when I was sitting with Tommy Greene on Thursday at Blitz, I said, yo, Tommy, man, Chief said he could beat you in golf. Stirring the pot.
What did Tommy have to say about that?
I'm trying to get them. I'm going to pit them up against each other.
All right.
For charity.
Let's do it. That's
Berube.
I'm stirring the pot.
Berube versus Green.
Chief, guess what? They both have a 2 handicap.
Oh man.
I think I'm going to take Tommy. If I don't know enough about Berube golf skills.
Well, I've golfed with both of them. And here's one thing I do know. Tommy takes his golf serious. He don't talk to anybody when he's out on the like he's got his rangefinder.
He's locked in.
He's got his cigar. He don't talk. He's like into it. Chief, he'll talk like he talks. He cracks a few jokes. But Tommy is locked.
So
in.
it's a battle of being loose and locked in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Two different personalities.
But they both are 2 handicaps. So I don't know.
Wow. What are the betting odds right now?
I would have to give the edge right now to Tommy Greene.
Wow.
Yeah, like minus 110,
105.
Chief, I hope you're listening right
minus
now.
105. I think he went to Toronto.
Okay. He could be listening. Tuned in on the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
I guarantee he doesn't know what an airdrop is.
We got to ask him. Ask him. Hey. Airdrop his number to me. I'll text him and see if he knows an airdrop.
Oh boy.
All right, on the other side, I'm going to ask you guys, what's your favorite Olympic sport?
Ooh.
We also have to decide a winner.
And we have to decide a winner. 609-403-0973 is the text board. We're giving away an autographed signed baseball and a card from Tommy Greene. 609-403-0973. It's your last chance to get in. Who's the best GM in Philly right now? 609-403-0973 is the text board. Last chance to get in to win an autographed signed baseball by Tommy Greene and his card to go with it. 609-403-0973. Who is the best GM in Philly right now? All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. Also say hello to Jason. Parker's down there. Chet, they do a great job. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and my Locker Room Youth Movement producer, Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Hi, honey. Happy first day back at work. Can't wait to see you tonight. We are so proud of you.
Daddy, love you.
There are many reasons to start recovery. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, we are here to help. Call us. Our trained counselors are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help. Your recovery is within reach. Call 844-REACH-NJ to learn about medication that can support your recovery. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Rendazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Rendazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Rendazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text CAR to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix, our most fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text CAR to 42424. That's CAR to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, the intern Andrew Leeds, producer Nikki Earnshaw. I was the Olympics. Dave Waddle, he did the he did the 800 meter, and he won it. He won the gold in 72. But what stands out in my mind is that he came from last place and won it. He won the gold medal. Past everybody.
When I was Googling about him, one of the first things that came up was a video that said like the greatest comeback.
Oh, it was
ever.
the best. What's your two favorite sports to watch in the Olympics?
So for the Summer Olympics, I've got to go.
Just the summer. We're just doing the summer.
Just the summer. I do love table tennis. Honestly,
Really?
I love playing ping pong. It's so
Good
intense.
Lord.
It's insane how good they are at it.
It's a good one, Andrew. It's a good one.
Just watch it go back and forth. And honestly, I don't know the exact name because I'm looking at it. I've always kind of enjoyed watching. Fencing is up there. Fencing's probably my number 3, to be honest. But I've always loved like the balance beam, like just all the tricks on that. I don't know what that's even called, like gymnastics. I don't know if that's
the beam.
Artistic gymnastics. Yeah, whatever it's called.
The beam.
But yeah, the beam. I've always I found that so entertaining. Just watch people. Do
what's
all
yours,
that
Nikki?
I mean, I could always say basketball, but I'm going to pick 2 other ones. Water polo, number 1.
Okay.
Big water polo fan around the Olympics. Handball. I'm big on watching handball. I love handball. Handball was so fun playing growing up. What are you making a face for? What's wrong with handball? What's wrong with handball, Billy?
That's good.
Handball.
You know what? So my favorite is swimming and track and field.
Track and field's great.
Track and field's awesome.
Those are the classics.
But Dave Waddle,
Easy.
Dave Waddle was in dead last place. It had to be the greatest comeback in running history.
I'll tell you what, 800 is probably the hard. I ran hurdles in college.
Right.
I still think 800 is the hardest race.
It was.
I think it's the hardest race.
And he wore a hat, and he had like a waddle to him, and his name was Dave Waddle.
Dave Waddle.
It was great.
That's great. What are you going to watch today?
Well, I'll listen. I got to go pick up my daughter, so I'll be listening to the Phillies in the.
You're gonna go. You gonna go watch cross country equestrian?
No,
that was on this
morning.
morning.
I won't be watching it.
How about archery is another good one. I do like watching archery, but it's not the most like. Athletic.
I hate to tell you, boys. The only 2 things that are going to catch my attention will be swimming and running. That's it.
Wow.
I won't even watch the basketball. I won't. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not.
They got 3-on-3 basketball too.
All right, Nikki. Who's winning Who's winning our? This was tough today because there was a lot of good ones.
There was some really good
But
ones.
I think the one that we're gonna pick is probably gonna be what Paul.
Yeah, Paul and OC is gonna win.
Only because he made a good point about the salary cap.
He
right?
did. That was the best
length,
point.
and the length of the how long he's been doing it for.
Yeah. So Paul and OC, you are the winner. You are winning
right,
Tommy Greene.
Yeah.
Tommy Greene, autographed baseball and photo. So he's our winner today. Thank you to everyone who participated.
Yeah, that was great. A lot of great answers. I mean, none of them were bad. I mean, mostly for Dombrowski and Howie.
Yeah. Yeah, we had one Daryl Morey. I think nobody chimed in with Briere.
And I'm surprised. I thought we did a little bit more. No,
I think Danny Brier's doing a fantastic job. I think it's just where they're at right now in the rebuild, right? Like all the other teams are competing for a championship right now. Flyers are still on their way.
And we even asked that who's put the team into the best position to win a championship.
Right.
I don't think you can make the argument it's Briere right now.
No, it's not.
But he's
sure.
he's
Down
got the
line,
building blocks. He's got the building blocks.
He's doing
all
a good
set
job
up.
so far.
Yeah, great.
So far.
So the Sixers, where do you think? Like Paul George, obviously he only played in 74 games last year.
Only
that's a good amount.
You think he
He only missed 8
think
games.
all right. So do you think he does? You think he matches that this year? Because it was a contract year for him.
I don't know if he'll play.
I hate to be
74.
I hate to be Mr. Negadelphia, which will debut with us next week.
Come on, PJ.
Gorda.
Come on, PJ.
Do I sound like PJ
Yeah,
already?
you sounded like him.
Oh boy.
Seriously though.
I mean, I think he'll play somewhere in the 60 to 70 range. I think that's reasonable to expect from him.
65.
So I think the pressure's off Embiid now because
it is
with the other center they just got from
Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
Brought him back. He was great in his time in Philly. Love to see him.
I went
back
to
on the team.
two Bulls games this year.
Oh yeah.
Well, you and I went to one, right?
No, I was against the Heat.
Who did
we went?
We saw
against
the Heat. My daughter and I went to two.
Yeah, we went to the Heat when I was 6 rows.
6 rows.
Not in the nosebleeds. Now, see, now I'm going to take you to a nosebleed game.
No, I'm not going there.
Why?
You won't catch me dead up in a nosebleed.
Why?
Not if they're sitting down in the 6th row.
I can always go back. You can always go back.
I can't go back.
Yeah, no, I went with the Schweim experience. You got to come with the Earnshaw experience, okay?
The Nicky nosebleeds.
Nicky nosebleeds.
Hey, that's where I went on my birthday. Why not? It's my spot.
I love the scoreboard porch. Also, is that where you were sitting at? That's
See, I
great
sat
spot.
there for Game 5 of the NLCS.
Now, for a
22.
playoff game, for any type of playoff game or the actual championship game, there's not a bad seat in the house because you're there.
You're there.
That's true.
But for a regular season game, I got to be down.
No, we're going to the nosebleeds. All right, next month, Billy. Locker room trip to the nosebleeds.
I want to thank Tommy Greene and Blitz's Markets for On the Mound. We do it every Sunday throughout the baseball season. Thanks to Nikki Earnshaw, being the producer. The intern, Andrew Leeds, filling in today. Thank you for the last minute coming through for me. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody, and I'll see you right back here next week in the locker room with Billy Schwein next Saturday morning.